Many of the clients that I work with need to develop what I call basic stabilization skills. They struggle with unresolved trauma symptoms, sleep problems, panic, OCD, depression, addictions, and compulsions. What's often happening is that they're being buffeted about by a dysregulated nervous system. They are caught in a cycle of reactivity. This cycle can be one of anxiety, anger, fear, shame, depression, defeat, or all of them. Their nervous system has been shaped, sculpted, and conditioned by living for years with a chronic felt sense of danger. So, in effect, they're constantly triggered, and their lives and relationships reflect this. In an effort to just get relief, they rely on all sorts of habits that do give them some instant relief, but which backfire over the long run and prevent their very brains and nervous systems from learning and growing. These are the so called bad habits that we all know about. Now, what I know from working with many clients in many settings over more than a quarter of a century is that in order to grow and change, we humans need to master our nervous systems. A dysregulated nervous system cannot really learn because it's constantly being hijacked by habits that I like to call the animal defenses. In fact, one of the most important mentors that I've had in my career used to repeat to me, remember, Michael, the traumatized brain can't learn. What she was talking about was how when we're overwhelmed by survival strategies, fight, flight, freeze, and submit, keeps us developmentally stuck. I think that the number one reason why people don't get anywhere in therapy sometimes, or that they go in circles with their own self help efforts, is because they have never developed these fundamental skills. We need the right amount of arousal or physiological energy for the task at hand. And this is true whether we're balancing our checkbook, doing our taxes, playing a tennis match, having an important conversation. It's true of all the activities of life, and it includes therapy. So, learning these skills can save you from a lot of wasted time, a lot of wasted money, and a lot of wasted effort. Now I'm going to share an exercise that I do with my clients. Remember, this is for educational and informational purposes only. I'm a therapist, but I'm not your therapist. Before doing any kind of a self help exercise, talk to your mental health care provider about the pros and cons of doing this exercise for you. Here's the exercise. Now, when you do this, I want you to engage and do this exercise as if you're a scientist doing an experiment. I want you to pay attention and I want you to study what happens. This distress tolerance exercise is sometimes called dropping anchor, and it's from ACT, acceptance and commitment therapy. But the truth is, there are many similar versions of it in lots of different approaches to treatment. Sometimes we can feel like we are a boat being tossed about by emotional waves, by intense thought currents and streams, and by surges of physical energy. And that's where this exercise can come in handy. So let's begin. Take a few moments and notice what you're experiencing. You might want to keep your eyes open or closed. You can experiment with what's best for you right now. And take stock. Notice the thoughts. Notice what your mind is like. whether it's calm, racing, whether your focus is steady or jumpy. Notice your feelings and emotions. You're just taking stock. You're noticing what's happening. You can notice if there's any upsetting or painful thoughts or images. You can notice if you're calm, upset, or really caught in an emotional storm right now. And sense your body and mind. And now ask yourself how intense the energy is in your body mind system between -10 and +10. -10 is as low as it can be. +10 is as high as it can be. You're very activated. And 0 would be just about perfect. And now ask yourself how you can tell, what signs tell you what your number is. And as you listen to my voice, you can just keep following my instructions here, okay? And first, I invite you to push your feet hard into the floor. Push them down. That's right. Just feel the ground beneath you. Engage the muscles in your feet and legs. And if you're sitting, sit forward in your chair and straighten your back. As you're pushing, you can feel the chair beneath you. You can notice your back supporting you. Great. And feel free to adjust the pressure. You can release it. You can just decrease it. Just find your way with what's going to be best. And now slowly press your fingertips together. And as you do that, move your elbows and your shoulders. Engage those muscles. Use your upper body muscles. Press. Again, play with the pressure that you're using. And you can feel your arms moving all the way from your shoulder blades to your fingertips, and adjust the pressure. Just keep adjusting the pressure. And take a moment and acknowledge whatever's going on inside you, whatever your mind is like, whatever your emotions are like, whatever you're struggling with right now in this moment, whatever thoughts, feelings, body reactions. You didn't ask for them, but here they are. You can rest whenever you want. So if there's something challenging, something difficult going on, something that maybe you really want to go away and yet it's not really going, just acknowledge to yourself and name what kind of distress it is. So you might say, oh, here's frustration, here's worry, here's fear, here's an urge showing up in my body, here's a painful memory, here's a jumpy mind. Just whatever is happening for you. Just find a way to make note of it. And as you're doing that, you can also notice that, as well as whatever distress or turmoil's here, there's a body that surrounds that. distress. And that's a body you can move and control. So again, straighten your back. Notice your whole body now, your hands, your feet, your arms, your legs. Gently move them. You can press against the floor again. You can tighten your muscles and stretch. And you can keep experimenting with pressing your feet into the floor, adjusting the pressure, seeing what feels best. And as you're doing this, you can also look around the room. You can look up and down. You can look from side to side. You can just be present and let yourself notice 3 or maybe 4 things that you can hear. And this could be anything. This could be one of them is the sound of my voice. There might be a clock in the background or sounds from another room or your neighborhood, a person or a pet nearby. Just whatever's there for you. Just make note of it as you're feeling your body, as you're pressing. And you can also be aware that you and I are here together. I'm on video. We're here together working as a team. And I'm here supporting you. And notice how you can do 2 or 3 things at once. You can let your attention widen. You can notice what's happening. Even if there's something here that you're struggling with, at the same time, you can notice your body in the chair. You can gently move your body, have a stretch. You can, excuse me, you can press your feet into the floor. You can consciously press your hands together. And you can continue to notice that I'm here. We're working as a team. And then relax, let go for a moment, and ask yourself, do you notice any difference now? Was that helpful, unhelpful? And how you can tell. Are you less caught up in your mind or your emotions or physical impulses or not? Are you less hooked by the difficult thoughts, feelings, sensations in your body? Are you less swept away, caught up in whatever storm might have been happening? Do you feel more free or less free? More pushed around by your own inner reactivity or less pushed around, less jerked around by your feelings, by your urges and impulses? And then also notice if it's easier for you to listen and be present. It's easier for you to focus on what I'm saying and tune into your sense of control. Do you feel like you have more control over your actions, more control over your arms, your legs, your mouth? Just sense it. And again, if you wish, you can move your arms and legs, you can have a stretch. But do you notice that you can actually control? You can control yourself. So if you wish, you can just Let yourself have another breath or two. Let go of this exercise. I'm looking forward to any comments that you wish to share with me or any experiences you wish to share. I'd love to hear them. And please like, subscribe, and share this if you found this video to be useful for you. And also know I have a lot more articles and videos available for you at www.michaelgquirke.com. So please feel welcome to have a look.